chance to listen to the the official podcast, The Story of Sign of the Times. They've put out 2 episodes so far. Have you guys?
I had no idea this was out.
Yeah, they've started.
To both of them.
What'd you think about so far, Big Sexy?
Honestly,
no, a lot.
I think we do it better.
Oh, interesting. Wow.
Sorry. I'm not trying to be a haterade guy or anything like that. I think it's good. I think we're better. I think we go deeper.
Pause.
Like in this last episode, they had Susan Rogers on. We had Susan Rogers first, and we got a lot more information from her. They did have Susanna on, and let me be clear, I'm not drinking the haterade, but Susanna seems to be in it for Susanna, and not really about the music. And theirs is a fluff piece. Ours is CNN. That's how I look at it. Interesting.
I didn't know you were going that way with it. Okay. Well, I've heard them. First of all, let me salute Andrea Swinson. She's the host of that, puts it on. Met her, went to the radio station one time. Salute to her. I think I see a different. I mean, to me, they're telling a story, and they're specifically talking about Sign of the Times, and they've got access to all these people. And how I know, for me, I would love to just hear just a pure Wendy and Lisa 2-3 hour blowout, just everything. But I understand that they got to edit it in chunks to sort of tell a narrative story. Is what they're doing. So I thought it was cool. I think it's great for a person who doesn't know much about Prince to listen to that. I think it would, you know what I mean? Like, it kind of walk you through. Because sometimes I feel like the interviews we do are great for, like, if you're a Prince fan and you don't have to explain a lot of things. You can just go right into stuff. So that's why I see the difference. But I thought it was cool. And I know there's more coming. I want to say there's like 6 or 7 episodes of this.
8 total, I believe.
Oh, 8? Okay. And I've seen people online who are like, let me throw this. Here's racial warning.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, here we go. So y'all can unsubscribe and click off now. We're okay. I've seen some people mention like, man, they don't have any black people talking. And they did. On the first episode, they had Brown Mark. He said like a sentence or something. They had him on there.
So it's like Purple Rain Part 2, huh?
Yeah. Hilarious. Hilarious. Here you go. but I've, the first episode I would say was probably more about, that particular episode was more about the revolution and how they contributed to, and they made a lot of those songs or worked on those songs early on, and specifically Wendy and Lisa, because they were kind of featuring more of them. The second episode was more so about Susanna, as you said, and really like her relationship with Prince and them living in their house and coming up with these songs. And they had some Susan Rogers in there as well. I think that was all they had on there, aside from Prince. But what I was saying was, I saw somebody sort of mention that, and I know I can tell you for a fact there are more episodes coming, and there are going to be other people that they're going to spotlight and feature. So let's be clear. They're going to include other people, and it's coming. As I was listening to those so far, and again, I'm reserving judgment because it's not all out yet, but I just listened to that, and not a lot of that was new because I'm a super fan, so you know a lot of it. But I just want to be clear, like, Prince, he didn't and he doesn't need anybody. Like, he was the shit. Before that, after, and everything else. I love the contributions Wendy and Lisa put to it. Some of my favorite Prince collaborators or, muses and all these. I love Wendy and Lisa's first album. It's one of my favorite all-time albums. They're dope. What are you talking about? Susanna. I get, like, there's been a many of beautiful, great women who've influenced Prince or been in a relationship with him, whatever. Love them. Salute them all. But I just want to I'm just speaking as a fan, and I'm speaking as a I don't give a fuck what you think sort of thing. Prince was dope before he met them people and after. They contributed, yes. But I don't know, a certain part of me, just a small part of me was like, I get this. I get it. And I salute them. I love them. But whether or not they would have added their bits to Prince's songs or not, that shit was already fire, in my opinion. Them songs was already fire. Prince was already the shit. We're talking about a time after all them other albums, right? We're talking about after Dirty Mind, Controversy, 1999, Purple Rain. He was already the shit. Now you coming in and him saying, hey, go ahead and add this, add some sitar to that song or sing harmonies on this. Beautiful, dope. But if he would have took them elements off, which on some of them songs he did when he released them, they was already banging. So I hope they push through. You get through when you're hearing all this stuff. And I say this for even the episodes that come after. We're talking about Prince. Stop it. It's okay to just say, you know what? He was the shit. He didn't really need us. Yeah, I added a little something to it, but let's keep it a buck. If I didn't add nothing to it or wasn't asked to be a part of it, it was going to be the shit anyway. Because I just came, he let me, he said, here go this song. See what y'all can do on it. What he gave us was fire. That's why I need to hear them say that. Like, what's the song, Strange Relationship? You go listen to the Strange Relationship that we've been circulating in the bootlegs, you know, when Elisa contributed. And you go listen to the version that's on the record. And I believe there's going to be another version on this that was before their input too, I believe. That song is banging. So didn't nobody make Prince or open his ears? No, you didn't. Stop. Because if that's the case, you know, we in a receipts world. We'd be like, okay, when you left, where were your jams at? See, that's the thing when a lot of people be asking, oh, yeah, you know, I helped do this. First show. Okay, where's yours? Where your? Okay. Yeah. So there's a few people that got bangers that ain't got nothing to do with Prince. And you know who they are. They got bangers. You already know. But that's just be like, man, let's not make out, and we're talking about Sign of the Times, the album, which is one of Prince's dopest pieces of work. Let's not act like he ain't the all to be everything that got to do with that. Like he's what made that shit dope. Eric, can you add some horn lines in? Fabulous. And I'm a Eric's please stand. But let's keep it a buck. I need you to add to my dopeness. You're going to make some salt and pepper and make it even more dope. But we're talking about Prince. We're not talking about, you know, Kool-Aid Knucklehead Johnson down the street who got some, he can play a little bit of music, but let me fine tune him and bring him up to. No, we're talking about Prince, who's at the upper echelon, and he's what you want to be like. And he's allowing you to get down on some masterpieces. I'm on my rant, but I'm just saying.
You know, everything you said is kind of reminded me of with Dr. Dre. It comes out after the fact, you know, Daz produced a certain song, or Hitman or Mailman did it. The thing is that what's really the difference between the people that were in Dre's camp that helped with Chronic and 2001 and the people in the Prince camp is they'll be like, yeah, I started that beat. But make no mistake, If Dre didn't touch it, it ain't a hit. And they'll give him the props.
Facts.
He's like, there's something, when I gave it to him 75%. That 25% is what made it, that Dre put on it, is what made that a banger.
Yeah, and that's a good example because there's only a couple of people in that camp of the Dre thing that went on to have bangers without the Dre stamp, or you and Scott Storch, if I'm saying his name right. Yeah, he did a lot of those Dre songs on the 2001 album, like Still Dre and all that. Mm-hmm. But then when he stepped out and had his own name on it, bangers. Like it's okay. So yeah, you did that. You did it before. And I would even give my guy Daz. He got bangers without Dre's name on it. So that's what I'm saying, the same thing. Like, that's cool. Yeah, you probably was in there. Okay, show me your work. The teacher would be like, okay, well, yeah, you were part of a team. Now let's see your work. Is it on the same level? Might be. It's debatable. Well, Prince had a machine behind him. Okay, I give you that. But in the 90s, he didn't have no machine behind him. He just putting it out and he still had bangers. Still the same quality for the, I mean, it's his sound. So I'm just saying, man, like, I dig it. And I'm saluting the official Prince podcast. Let me be very clear on that. Salute to Dwayne, to Doll. Salute. But I'm just saying, but we are talking about Prince. And Prince, unlike these other artists out here, is the absolute shit. You can just put him in the studio by himself and he's coming out with some shit. You can put some of these other people in this by themselves and they're just gonna sound like some shit. Okay? There's a difference, motherfucker. That's all I'm saying. So let's not act like he had all the, he was only great because, it was great because they had this, yeah, and stop it. That's a new shirt we're gonna get for Purple Community. Prince was, yeah, and stop it.